The small town of Hinckley, California, with a population of around 2,000 people, was struck with an ecological disaster in the 1950s and 60s when there was a contamination of the city's groundwater by chromium hexavalent, also known as chromium-6. The chromium was used as an additive to stop rusting at a natural gas compressing station owned by Pacific Gas and Electric. The wastewater from these towers were put into unlined ponds, and the water would seep down through the soil into the groundwater. Chromium-6 contamination is a very serious issue because chromium-6 is a known carcinogen, and with extended exposure it is known to cause various cancers and birth defects. Many people in Hinckley were suffering from a variety of illnesses that they attributed to the chromium-6 exposure. The extent of the damage was not known until the 1990s when a young legal clerk named Aaron Brockovich uncovered the contamination and filed a lawsuit on behalf of the people of Hinckley and won a record $333 million lawsuit. The original area of exposure was believed to be a 2-mile long area where the levels of chromium-6 were over 150 times the limit. However, in 2008 it was discovered that the contamination was spreading and now encapsulates a 7-mile area. Pacific Gas and Electric is now faced with the difficult task of cleaning up the chromium. It has already spent over $700 million settling cases and on remediating the affected area. It has used methods such as buying out the properties of those affected, pumping millions of gallons of water a year, spreading it out on fields to let microbes break down the poison, and pumping ethanol into the ground to trigger a chemical reaction that neutralizes the chromium. It is projected that the cleanup will take around 100 years to complete. The chromium contamination in Hinckley, California shows the grave effects of groundwater contamination.